Hello, welcome back to Shooting on the Circle M Ranch. Today's video is a little bit different because it's raining. We're not out there shooting. We're actually doing a little bit experimenting. And just because I'm experimenting, don't do what I'm doing. Here lately, all the gun and ammunition stores have been putting different limits on what we can buy on our ammunition. And it's come to my mind that maybe one day I might run out. I doubt it, but I might. So I was thinking up different ways to make some different ammunition. Like I say, just because I'm doing it, don't mean that you need to. 12 gauge target loads. You can find them everywhere. They're cheap. Everyone's got them. They don't have no limit on what you can buy on that. I think it's a bunch of horse hockey. If a company wants to keep a box or maybe even two for every gun they got. So when they sell a gun, they got ammunition to sell with it. That's fine. But when you put it out there on the shelf, a man walks in there with money to buy it, he wants to buy it, sell it to him. So what I've done, and I've been doing a little bit experimenting, and I have made, what I've done is I cut the top of the shotgun shell out, pour the lead out, and each little old load I put in this little pan right here, and I melt down just what's in the shell. It says it's a 1 1/8 ounce, and it makes little slugs. Everything that I've done I found right here in my shop. Built everything out of junk. I've had two little old mishaps. I used this socket to make a slug out of, and the little locking hole for my ratchet, it filled it up and wouldn't let me press it out. So now I got to heat that back down. Good thing it's not a 10 millimeter. And then I made some hollow point slugs, but they was the wrong size. I didn't want to use them. They're a little bit long. I'll just melt them down and do something else. I started the video a while ago and had a major catastrophe. It'll be on the blooper scene one of these days whenever I get famous like mad over at Demolition Ranch. This right here was a mold that I was using, and it was working great. I've got an old, let's see where's my feet. I got an old valve seat. Had a little nipple on it, and I'd set that down on it and pour the lead into it, and it made an awesome little slug. But on the other video, the one that I'm not going to show right now, yeah, it wouldn't come out of it. It got stuck. I built one out of a socket wrench, and turned out it'd been a neat little slug, but it was too big. It won't fit inside of the protective wad that's in the shotgun shell. I always got to make it to where it's small enough, because that wadding is what's protecting your barrel from whatever you're shooting out of it. Well, I went through here, made all kinds of different slugs. I made some for some 410s. I took the number 7 shot out of it, melted it down, and made a nice little slug to turn a number 7 into a slug. Be used for home defense. Oh, I've filled up different things into them. This one right here, I've got 3 old watch batteries and a couple of washers. I'm going to see how they shoot. I'll get it laid back down there. Something a little bit heavier. This one right here, a couple of 3/8 nuts fit right in there. And I've already got some built here. I use silicone. I filled the end of it up with silicone and then stuck. This right here is an old muzzle loading bullet, Sabot bullet. Now shotguns will shoot, you can buy Sabot bullets or whatever. This is just stuff I had laying around, some more extra ammo for my muzzle loader. Just fill it full of silicone and put it in there. Some of them I took and found some fishing weights. They're about the size of buckshot. I put 9 fishing weights in there, those split shot sinkers. I took and melted some wax and filled it up. It's a little bit easier to fill up all the cracks with wax. I don't know, it wouldn't be good during summertime when it's real hot. But we're just gonna see what we can make out of all this stuff. I've got one 410. I found some Carter keys, Carter pins. Put a piece of duct tape. You know, every video's got to have duct tape. You ought to see what's holding the phone up right here recording this. Yeah, my shooting stick's down there in the bottoms at the range, so I devised up something that's it's pretty sketchy, but it's working. Let's see, what else do we got filled up here? We made this little neat slug. I took a screw and put it in the end of my little mold, which is just a piece of brass fitting. Put that screw in there and duct taped it. And then filled it full of lead. So it's got metal and lead. That ought to be a pretty hard hitting little round right there. And we're going to wax these in. And for y'all, my buddies that know me real well, y'all know what this right here is when I got the mold. Get it poured, I gotta cool it off, so I'm using TIG water. Y'all know what this is and where it came from. It won't be back on my truck no more. It'll stay here in my shop. We've got all kinds of little things here. Let's see, let's heat our wax back up. We're gonna fill up a couple of these. One of these days, like I said, when I get famous like Matt over at the Demolition Ranch, we'll make a bloopers video. All these videos that I've shot where I've had to stop and restart because I don't know how to edit right. Y'all get to see it. Here's a shotgun. This is just filled up with old fishing weights. Got one big one for like an old trout line and a couple of split shots. Watch our wax. We don't want it to get too hot. It can catch on fire real easy. What we're doing, we take the shell, we're just dipping this out a little bit of this wax. We want something to hold what we got in there. Keep it in place. Silicone, I think, would work best of all because it would also keep your shell watertight and last longer. But if we was in the zombie apocalypse, now right here, folks, this is one of my. This right here was one of the slugs I made. It's a hollow point. Made a real nice little, and that is just from the number 7 shot that was in that shell. I've took one and made it like a hollow point, and I'm going to take this and make it a solid slug. Centered up pretty good. Build up a little wax there. This one right here has got a Carter pin, and then I filled it up with BBs. I didn't melt down, I just filled the BBs back into it. I'll shoot that through my little Taurus. Fill our slug up here. And let's fill our whole deal of Carter pins up. Some wax to hold them in place. Yeah, that was filling up pretty good. Yeah, so we got a slug right there with a screw head on it. Maybe that'll keep the powder dry. Yeah, we got one more right here. What are we gonna put in it? Let's put some washers in there. There's some 3/8 lock washers. This right here, folks, is just in case of a zombie apocalypse. We ain't got the ammunition to fight them off. You don't want to shoot them with birdshot. You want something a little bit better. We'd have to make our own stuff. That filled up there. This is going to be a two-part video. I am going to take these out and try them later today and make another one. Well, that looks like that's got it. We've got several different rounds of all kinds of stuff we're going to try out. We find one that we like, we'll have to make some more of them. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed seeing what I've done. Like I said, don't try this yourself. You got to say that. And later on today, we'll take them out and try them. The wax is already starting to cool on part of them. When it gets good and hard, I'll take and clean the shell up good. We will make another video. Well, thanks for watching. If y'all like my video, please give me a like and a subscribe. And stay tuned for part 2. We will go out this afternoon and we will shoot these and see what they do. Thanks for watching. Bye.